We good? And we
Yes.
are live. No chill live. 155. We back. Did you miss us? Let us
Oh
know.
man, we take two weeks off and the world just falls to shambles. Craziness going on out here. Thanks for
Yes.
joining us, everybody. Our first time viewers. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for popping in. Everybody that's been rocking with us for the last 4 or 5 years now. 155 episodes. That's a lot.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot.
Season 5.
We love the loyalty.
Yes, loyalty. Some people in this country are a little bit too loyal, but hey, we'll get to that a little bit. But yes, don't forget to like this video, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Twitter, Threads. We're pretty popping on Threads and TikTok now, right?
Yeah, it's been really busy. Thank you all for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, and sharing our content. It's been a fun journey, and we got a lot to talk about with you today. I mean, obviously, there's some big news after last Tuesday and the verdict that came in on who won the election that following day on Wednesday. But there's some other things we're going to talk about too.
Yes, we have a lot to get to, guys. A ton to get to. Last time we left off, we were in a spooky mood. You had on your Jason mask. It was the day before Halloween. Did you get out? Did you trick or treat this year, bro?
I didn't do jack shit, man. I stayed in the house. I've been laying low, trying to save some money.
Yeah.
Trying to just work on things for work, personal life, that kind of stuff. But no, I didn't go out. Did you? You ended up going out, right?
Yeah, man. I was out in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Rachel. Visited her. My cousin Rachel moved to Brooklyn a couple of months ago. So me and Jenna went out, check out her apartment. Apartment's super nice. Met up with her roommates. We went out in Bushwick, then went to go out in the city. I left, because we didn't have any set plans, and I already knew. I know how that goes. You can't go out in the city with no plans
on a holiday. On a holiday, yeah. It's setting you up for failure and long lines
and cover charges and just a bunch of bullshit. I was like, okay, I accomplished what I needed to accomplish tonight. It was midnight. I was like, I'm going home. But it was so nice. It was 70 degrees out.
Oh my god, it was perfect last week, and or what was that? 2 weeks ago now, and then suddenly, Mother Nature just brought the hammer. I'm out here in Tim's and a hoodie and got multiple layers on. Got my Scully on. No, can't play with it.
Yeah, it is November, so it's kind of regulated itself. It's been nuts. A lot of ups and downs. Even last week it was 70 degrees. The day after the election was the most beautiful November day ever.
It was.
It was so weird because a lot of people were fucking depressed, bro. A lot of people were sad.
Listen. I wasn't depressed, but I definitely took advantage of that mental health day. I'll tell you that. I sent my message in early that morning. Hey, I'm not going to be working today. Yeah, I stayed in, watched TV all day. Started watching the Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Throwback.
It's on Netflix. Still on? No, it's on Netflix now. Well, I don't even know if Fear the Walking Dead is on, but I know they've created this whole world now. Okay. I think Rick has his own spin-off now.
Oh my god.
Daryl Dixon has his own spin-off now. And I've been watching Fear the Walking Dead, which basically pivots into Morgan's story.
Okay.
Yeah, he's if anybody doesn't know, he's the black guy with the staff, and he just beats the shit out of everybody. But it's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay, that's a good way to fix your mental health.
That's right.
Shout out to everybody who was depressed. I know a lot of family, a lot of people out there. They felt really hurt to see Trump win, but he beat the shit out of her. It was kind of bad.
It was kind of bad. It was really bad.
Yeah. We thought it'd be close. We all picked Kamala. I think that was a little bit wishful thinking.
It definitely was, because if anybody has been following us, you saw that 4 months ago we were like, no, Trump's winning.
Yeah.
This is a done deal. Trump is definitely winning. Then we felt like there was a momentum shift. Biden finally decided, hey, I'm going to sit in my wheelchair and shut the fuck up. And Kamala, she was thrust to the forefront. But I think it was just. Do we want to talk about what went wrong?
No, sure. I mean, what went wrong? Did Trump just do everything right, or the Democrats just do everything wrong? I don't know. I mean, to be real, like I didn't like what the Harris campaign was doing the last
couple months,
4 or 5 weeks. I was critical. I think on our last show,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like they were going a little bit too far to the right,
pandering.
and I felt like it was inauthentic.
Yeah.
Inauthentic. So, I wasn't completely surprised at all. Troy, I know we had a poll. Did we get the results on that? Like, were people surprised, or were they not shocked at all?
Yeah, I think the poll. Let me pull up the results now. I know the consensus was no one was really surprised. How many people voted? Looks like we had about 6 votes. I think about 5 of them, no one was surprised. One person was shocked. So it goes to show you how people felt about it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, I wasn't super depressed or really super surprised because I think we could all tell Tuesday night by 11 o'clock, she wasn't making up ground. Yeah. Like, I thought there was going to be a blue push at a certain point around 10, 11, 12 o'clock. And it came with the West Coast and those numbers coming in for California, for Seattle, and Washington and all that kind of stuff. But it was not nearly the push that she needed. She closed the gap from like 5 million votes to 3 million votes that she was down. And I was like, we need it way more than that. And it just never happened. When you look at the numbers, not even going into like the breakdown of who voted for who and that sort of stuff yet, but just total macro numbers, Trump only got 500,000 more votes than he did in 2020. Mm-hmm. But Kamala got 10 million less votes than Biden got in 2020.
Yep.
That's not going to get it done.
No.
Like that's a crazy difference.
Yeah. It's a big difference.
I just I think there's a lot of people to blame. I think her campaign, it wasn't that great over the last couple months, like we talked about. They were trying to pander to the right. They were trying to pander like in weird ways, sending Cardi to Wisconsin, like just weird stuff. Trying to pay whatever celebrity they could. But if I had to place blame first on somebody, I'm going to say it's the establishment, the Democrats. This goes all the way back to 2016 when Trump first won. Mm-hmm. And I think that they should have had a wake up then that we need to build out a bench of young leaders who are going to be possible candidates for president. We need to set the stage so that when Trump is going up for re-election in 4 years for 2020, that we have options that we can really lean on. They didn't do that. They didn't. We saw the field that was competing for the Democrats, and it boiled down to Joe Biden, mm-hmm. the old timer in the crew. That's what it boiled down to. Sure, everybody came out because of the pandemic. Everybody sent their mail-in voting and shit. Everybody did all that, which is wonderful. But okay, Joe Biden won, and then they still thought like, okay, we did it. Nobody thought like, oh, we have to prepare for 4 years from now when someone from the Republicans is going to run again. Trump has not died. He hasn't lost his faculties or anything like that. Like, he's still running the Republicans from Florida, Mar-a-Lago.
Fighting cases, running the party, and Kamala's just like, we did it, Joe.
Exactly. Like, and the Democrats, they didn't find anybody else to prepare. Yeah. They didn't tell Joe, listen, you're not running for president again in 4 years.
Yeah.
Well,
they did tell him that, but they told him in 4 months.
They told him way too late. They told him after he flopped during a whole debate. Like, they didn't know for the last 2 years that this man had dementia.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's who I would blame first. The second person is Biden, though.
Trump is the oldest man ever elected. A lot of people are critical of Biden, saying he was too old. But America didn't think Trump was too old. Trump is, what is he, pushing 80? I mean, how old is he going to be at the end of this term, man? Like 83 years old. So it's insane.
It is a double standard, but at the same time, Trump doesn't look the way that Joe Biden does. He doesn't talk the way that Joe Biden does. And when I'm talking about his looks, listen, the orange tan works. It makes you look younger.
I don't know what
and
it does.
anytime he's stressed, they did a whole study on him. They said anytime that he's stressed, that he ends up going to get more spray tan done. He gets oranger and oranger anytime it's like high stress times.
Bro, he looks insane. When he had like that neon vest when he was like pretending to be a garbage man, like he was cosplaying as different working class people. And that seemed to almost work. You know, I feel like Americans have been struggling, over the last couple of years. And the economy was a big reason why people voted for Trump. They just said they don't care about anything else, and I feel like I was critical of, Kamala's campaign because I felt like she was pushing too far to the right. She was saying things like,
I have put a lot of people in jail. I have put a lot of people in jail.
She did put a lot of people in jail, except for the one motherfucker we needed her to put in jail, Donald Trump.
For real.
But you mentioned loyalty before, and his supporters are super loyal, man. We posted some clips, of you and the Jason mask kind of going off on election day. We wanted to make an impact. We got thousands of views on those clips. So we also got a bunch of comments from a lot of Trump supporters, man. You pissed them off. They were like, why are you hiding behind the mask?
I know. They didn't realize like it was from Halloween, which is fine. Listen, y'all can see my face right here, baby. I'm right here just waiting for you to comment. But Mama Graham says, I don't think anyone is to blame. We just need to face the fact that our country is full of racist, misogynistic assholes. I think the tail end of that is true. But I also think we got to lay some blame because at the end of the day, these are the people we vote for. This is their job.
Yeah.
I think that the Democrats really leaned on that abortion topic, and it did not nearly pack the punch that they were looking for.
No, people were more worried about the economy, and honestly, they didn't defend it enough. They were pretty much running a campaign saying, "Oh, Trump is so bad," but his supporters don't give a fuck, man.
They don't. They like that he's bad. They like he's an asshole. They like he's racist. Like they like all of these things.
It's not going to deter them. And I think, what you highlighted earlier about her getting 10 million less votes than Biden got in 2020, that was the big factor. Like we said, like they needed a big turnout for them to win this. You need to encourage young people and, strengthen your base. And I feel like them aligning themselves with Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney just made the Democratic Party the establishment party. And I think this goes way back even before 2016, man. I think it goes back to Occupy Wall Street, man, back in like 2010, 2011, when the Democrats had, a grassroots movement that was
a majority.
Yeah, it was a leftist movement, and they made fun of it. Obama had, he's best friends with Wall Street. They did not support that. And then also when you go back to 2015, 2016, they also had a movement with Bernie Sanders and they railroaded him. Yeah. So they became there might as well be Republicans at this point. Republicans who will keep your abortion rights. Like that's what they are. That's what Democrats are these days, but I you know what? Like we got a lot of hate from a lot of Trump supporters from our content. I just want to say I want no smoke with any Trump supporters. I hope that all their hopes and dreams come true over the next 4 years, man.
Listen, if they think they're broke now, wait until he implements these tariffs. I keep seeing everything on Google about people searching for what is a tariff. How do I change my vote? All this type of shit. Right after the election, it went up 700%.
Bro,
what is a tariff?
Bro, these people do not care. They don't care that this man was convicted of sexual assault. They don't care that this man asked for 11,000 votes on a recording. They don't care that he is a convicted felon. They don't care that he rambles on a bunch of nonsense and mumbles a bunch of bullshit, says they're eating cats and dogs. He can't stay on topic. They want to give this man the nuclear weapons. They want to give this man the keys to America. They feel like this is our guy. This is our hero. So honestly, I hope all your dreams do come true, guys. I hope, you guys are sitting on your daddy Trump's lap at Mar-a-Lago. You have the keys to your cyber truck and you're just living in riches in 3-4 years the way you think it's going to happen. Maybe he'll give you guys all those $100,000 watches he was selling, or those golden sneakers. I don't know what you guys expect, but we'll see what happens. And hell, I would love to have that type of loyalty for real, because these people don't give a fuck. They think that this guy is their guy, which I think is just insane. They love this orange man so much. They'll do anything for their daddy. It's crazy.
Listen, they'll see. They will see. I've got to call out some of the voting numbers. Again, we talked about women and the abortion stuff. The majority of white women voted for Trump, which is no surprise, but it was still a solid group, 55% or something like that. Latinos, mi gente, ¿qué pasa? Like, ¿qué tú haciendo? No sé. Like, it's crazy out here. Y'all voting for Trump? And then you listen to the videos, and it'll be nuts. It'll be somebody that's literally an immigrant. They're like, yeah, I'm here from Venezuela. I'm a Trump fan. I love him. He's going to do great things. They're like, like he's trying to get rid of all the immigrants. Like first generation, illegal immigrants, everybody. They're like, yeah, we don't need them here. And they're like, that like applies to you. Like you're going to get your house raided and get sent back to your country. And they're like, no, Mr. Trump, he wouldn't do that. Listen, like you said, everybody's going to get what they ask him for.
Yeah, man. Trump is a scammer, bro. He's a con artist, and he conned all of his supporters. So we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next 4 years. I'm definitely going to be, keeping an eye out on what the hell he's doing. But these people really believe in him.
I talked to my parents. I waited a couple days after the election. I knew they were going to be, sad. Upset and sad and stuff like that. But I was talking to my dad, and he went on his usual rant about Trump. It was like, back in the day, we went to his hotels in Atlantic City, and we knew then. We walked right out. You didn't see any black people in there. And I was like, yeah, Dad, nobody worked there. Nobody was in there gambling, nothing. He was like, not a single one. I knew it wasn't for me. I walked right on out of there. I knew what type of time he was on.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, people have known for a long time.
Of course, he hasn't hidden it. He hasn't hidden his agenda. But, the thing about Trump is, like, all you have to do is put on that MAGA hat and you're in the club.
Oh, yeah.
I would say they're a lot more accepting of anybody who just agrees with them than people realize. And that's something that I want people to understand, because working class people voted for Trump, and the more people just focus on, they're racist, they're misogynistic, all these things, you kind of lose focus on that. What do these people see in him? What do they see? They see someone that gives them hope in some fucking odd way. Maybe because the Democrats just aren't relatable at all. I actually have a clip of John Oliver. He's talking about because a lot of journalists and publications like the New York Times have come out and said they feel like Democrats have gone too far left, and that was the problem. So he has like a short explanation of addressing that.
Mm-hmm. The Democrats have to stop pandering to the far left, citing trans rights as an example, saying, I don't want to discriminate against anybody, but I don't think biological boys should be playing in girls' sports. And a few things about that. First, if what you want is a centrist campaign that's quiet on trans issues, tough on the border, distances itself from Palestinians, talks a lot about law and order and reaches out to moderate Republicans, that candidate existed and she just lost. Guess how many trans speakers there were at the DNC? I'll give you a hint. It is a very round number. Also, I'm not sure how you reach out to moderate Republicans more than appearing with Liz Cheney multiple times, unless you literally dig up Henry Kissinger's corpse and prop it up at a rally in Michigan as Katy Perry sings Rolling in the Deep. It's okay not to have the range for a song, Katy.
Yeah. It's crazy that they're saying they went too far left when obviously that wasn't the campaign. That's not the message that they were sending out. And I think that was very discouraging. We talk about young voters, and a lot of Gen Z men, they voted for Trump. This is like the first time in 4 elections that a Republican candidate won that age group, and he won by a big margin. It's actually insane, a 13-point margin. And they say a lot of Gen Z, men, they look up to these guys, these podcasts like the Nelk Boys, Theo Von, Aiden Ross. We talk about your doppelganger, Andrew Tate. They all appeal to this hyper masculine
Don't
identity.
say he's my doppelganger. Don't do that.
That's what they said in Texas, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, random drunk people on 5th Street in Austin. All right. But no, you're right. I think that there is something that hopefully the Democrats can take away from this. Because you got to learn. There's another election, midterms in 2 years.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much a done deal that they've lost presidency, obviously, the Senate, obviously, and probably the House as well. A clean sweep in 2024, that's really bad.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do something.
Troy, what do you think went wrong with the Harris campaign?
I agree. I think one of you guys mentioned, I don't think they did not learn the lesson from 2016. I think 2016, I was genuinely shocked when Trump won. I was like, had this happened? We got to make sure it doesn't happen again. And then the fact that, we had like the miraculous comeback in 2020, it was like, okay, cool. Hopefully they learned. And they didn't. They spent all this time throwing these cases at Trump, which, it was just taking too long and he kept on beating them or he'd be charged. But it wasn't stopping the momentum at all. So it was kind of like they were not learning. And it took them up until, July to say, hey, you know what, Biden? You got to sit this out. Like, they just did not really have a plan. They put too much faith in whatever kind of system they were running or something. I don't know. It was, I really don't know where they go from here, to be honest. I think they got to unite and try to start from the ground up. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we just need a new progressive party in the country. And I just think that things might get so bad in the next decade. I think the wage gap and the wealth gap is going to get way bigger. I think this is just going to expedite what was already going to happen.
It is, but I don't know if a more progressive movement is going to get the job done, because the number of voters and the number of people that are going to college, it's much less than like that working class that isn't going to college. Yeah. And I think that this election was won by that group that is not like, they haven't gotten a higher education and things like that. It is the working class that really drove these numbers. I don't know.
I'm not talking about voting. I'm talking about revolution. Like within like the next 10, 15 years, things are going to get so bad that people won't have a choice. People are going to be hungry, starving. The climate's going to be fucked. No one, I think you're right about the education and other things, but people aren't going to have health care. They're not going to have water. 15 years from now in America, it's going to look very, very different. I mean, you see some radical protests going on right now. A lot of women are very upset. They feel very under attack. And, there's a new movement that's called the 4B movement. This started in Korea. It's shorthand for like 4 Korean words that I'm not going to say because I can't pronounce any of these things.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, it's 4 bitches or something.
No, it's not helpful. That's not helpful. But they, pretty much the premise of this is that, young women, they're saying they don't feel valued, they don't feel protected. Yeah. So they're like, we're not talking to men, we're not having sex with men, we're not marrying men. It's getting some traction on TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see more of this, man? Women are like shaving their heads and they're really just rejecting appealing to men after this election.
I don't think that this is the answer. I just don't. Like, I don't know that deciding you're not going to date men, get married, have children, or have sex with men. Like, if just say you are a lesbian. Like, it's okay. That's accepted today. I think that's fine.
Yeah. When I read this, I was like, this kind of like describes most of Kamala's voters anyway. Like,
oh, see, there you go with the cat lady. Listen, I think that there's a lot of things that can be done to, be active, make sure that your voice is heard, be involved in your communities, give money to the right places, the different organizations that actually utilize the money in the way that you want based on your interests. Like, I think there's a variety of things that we can do other than deciding to be like asexual.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see, guys. Let us know. Are you shocked by Trump winning again? Do you think America is doomed? Do you think that Trump is our hero and he's really just going to make America great and fix the economy and really put us in a better place? Let us know. I, for one, I'm just looking forward to seeing what the fuck happens.
Have you seen his cabinet pics?
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Dude, it is.
I mean, last time he couldn't keep a cabinet. He was firing
He
every
fired.
week.
He fired people.
So we'll see who even makes it.
Half the cabinet was gone within the first couple years, and I think it'll happen again.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be worse.
But he's putting together an A team of all his greatest supporters, like the greatest hits. He's got Matt Gaetz, the guy who like had sex with a 17-year-old or whatever and got called into the House committee for ethics. He's got the border czar. What's this guy's name? Rob Holman or something like that. This dude is like the biggest racist out there. Tulsi Gabbard. He's got, I think, Boebert, a girl, Lauren Boebert. She's going to be the secretary.
Hand job commissioner.
Yes.
Secretary of hand jobs.
Chief movie hand job commissioner. But no, she's going to be in charge of education.
Oh my god!
You know she's teaching. Yeah, there's a bunch of people, and then Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy. They're going to be in charge of this.
Dumb and Dumber. Oh.
I don't. They're apparently going to be in charge of this group that's brand new.
Government efficiency, right?
Yeah, government efficiency. They get to overview and have oversight over like every government agency.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh yeah, have a billionaire.
Elon with visibility into every government agency is absolutely insanity.
Bro, he's not even American. I mean, I'm sure he's a citizen because he's a billionaire, but fuck him. That's crazy. Well, whatever. Yeah,
nuts.
These billionaires are really looking out for you, working class America. Like, oh man, can't wait for you guys. I'm sure you won't regret your vote. Let us know. But hey,
they're gonna take care of them. They're gonna make sure that all the money that they decide to cut, because they already said that there's $2 trillion that they can cut from the budget, and they said, of course, it's gonna go to the people.
Oh yeah, sure. Those people, their pockets, their pockets. But hey,
oh my god,
election night was spooky. Halloween was spooky. Well, you got something else?
I was just gonna say these Senate hearings are gonna be awesome. I can't wait to watch.
We'll see. But man, we did get some good news, or I think we got good news on Halloween, man. Young Thug, man, he's free.
Wow, finally. How long has it been? Since 2019?
Nah, I think like 2021. It's been a few years he's been. Like,
it feels like forever.
Yeah, but Thugger is free, man, on a plea deal. He was sentenced to 15 years of probation, and that probation comes with a long set of rules, sometimes called conditions, with the threat of 20 years of backloaded incarceration if he violates anyone. So they're saying, in addition to the 8 rules that everyone sentenced to probation in Georgia has to obey, the judge gave Thugger a dozen special conditions of probation set up just for him. These include rules about staying out of the entire metropolitan Atlanta area, except under very special circumstances, not associating with gang members or promoting gangs, staying away from guns, and lots more. Some also have exceptions built in. So he can, for example, be around his brother, Funk and Gunna, regardless of their gang or felon status. So he's able to be around Gunna. But we Gunna got out like a year ago.
Yeah.
And people were saying he snitched to get out. He took a plea of his own. And everyone was like, what's Thug gonna say about Gunna? Like, because Gunna's been on fire, man. He put out 2 really good projects. He lost weight. He got into shape. He started making some Afrobeat songs. But, man, Thug finally tweeted something out about Gunna, but then he deleted it.
He did. He put out a tweet, and he said, Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy. And he deleted it pretty quick. Tweet and delete. But this has people, going back to the whole rat allegations with Gunna.
Yeah.
Is it his fault that Thug ended up in this situation? Because he said the gun wasn't mine. He said, nah, they a gang. Like, there were a couple things.
I mean, Thug had to take accountability for some of those charges too in his plea deal. So I don't know. When I see that tweet, I'm like, damn, why are you tweeting that? You know what I mean? It just kind of seems kind of dumb. It's like, even if you do have a problem, why would you put that on the internet? Like, especially knowing if you, they put out all these crazy rules for you. If you break anything, you can see, you'll lose your freedom like that. Is it really worth it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I just think, it's going to be really difficult for him. You got to be clean for the next 15 plus years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Because you can't go in Atlanta. You can't hang around anybody that's gang affiliated or a felon. And then all these other stipulations. Like, it's definitely a good amount of things. It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But for your freedom, I feel like you should be able to do it. It's just like you've been out 2 weeks and you're already on the internet talking shit. Why?
He did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. But I'm very excited for Thug to be back out in the streets, man. Hopefully he takes his time, spends his time with his family over the holidays. But I'm looking forward to new Thug music. They said Drake sent him over $1 million as soon as he got released. Do you believe that?
Probably.
Yeah.
It seems like something Drake would do. I mean, listen, Drake is down right now. Everybody's betrayed him. He's like begging for Future to come back and make music with him. Thug already tweeted saying, "Yo, dogs, we got to do it. It ain't the streets ain't the same without us." So I think Drake is gonna throw some money around to try to get back in people's good graces. I'm not surprised by this.
They said as soon as Thug was released, Drake flew to Thug and gave him $1 million, man. Thug did tweet that out, man. He was saying Drake and Future, we need to all make music together. Do you think that Thug is able to get Drake and Future, back right? Because, I think Elliot Wilson said that they made up, but then academics came out and said, nah, they did not make up. They are not friends.
I mean, listen, who knows? Because we still don't know the actual details other than that all this is over women. All this is over women.
We can assume. We don't know because Metro never said. He said when Metro said when he addressed it, he said if he were to say the problem, they would both look stupid and they would both look shitty. So he doesn't want to say it, but yeah. And then we heard Metro kind of clean it up when he was like doing the interview. He was like, "Oh, it's just music," but I think that was just more of like a professional type of answer.
It was.
I didn't take that to be serious, but Drake, I feel like throughout the whole beef, Drake never wanted a problem with Future. I think he pretty much said that in one of the diss songs. Like, Future, like, we don't even really have any problems. Like, what's going on? Yeah. So I think Drake really wants that friendship, but I don't know. Do you think Future ever forgives him or will be cool with him? Because I feel like, I don't know. Future, he says, if Metro don't trust you, I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah, he does say that. And they use that tag in a lot of songs. That's a lot of shots. A lot of shots. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with the two of them and all of this. Like, what sort of impact does injecting Thug back into the music industry after the waves that were created this year between Drake and Cole and obviously Kendrick? Like, what kind of effect does this have? I don't know. But I think we won't probably hear from him, I would say, until early next year.
Yeah.
Give him a little bit of time. He just got home. Mariah the Scientist, she couldn't wait to get her man. Like, all that kind of stuff. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Drake and Future will eventually be cool again. They're both Scorpios. It's still Scorpio season. I like Drake and Future music together, but they haven't made a song together in like a few years even.
Who do you think gets back together first? Drake and Future or Ross and Drake?
Drake and Future. I mean, I feel like Drake benefits way more from his relationship with Future than Ross. Like, Ross kind of fell off musically, honestly. Like, he's not the same. Future's still hot in these streets, man. We talked about him having 3 #1 albums this year.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, and he kind of leaned a lot on Future the last decade, to get that credibility.
Got to think about the return on investment. That makes sense.
Exactly. Like, I mean, he leaned on Ross early on, like 2010, 2011, 2012.
They never made a bad song. That's for sure.
That's true, but, he hasn't really collaborated with Ross in a long time, man. I feel like Ross was really getting at him, I feel like Future.
White boy.
I mean, we saw those Canadians put hands on Ross.
We did.
So it's different than Future. You know what I mean? I don't know, Troy. What do you think?
I think it'll be Future, but I hope it's Rick Ross. I think I prefer their music overall compared to what Future and Drake.
I agree with that.
Like
I do prefer their
chill beats and everything. That's my vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked for Rick Ross music in a long time, honestly. I don't know the last really good song he's put out, personally.
I like Ross a lot.
What's the last time you listened to Ross, like a new Ross song? Like, maybe you can remind me, because I feel like it's been like 5-6 years since he's put out a song that's
probably
been like good.
Last year. I feel
Really?
like he had an album in 2023.
Man, I could tell you a bunch of Future shit. I mean, come on, Like That. Yeah, that if it wasn't for Not Like Us, man, Like That would have been the song of the year. It's so crazy how long.
Yeah, it was last year because he came out with that project with Meek. That shit was mid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Let us know, guys. Do you think Thug will get Future and Drake back together, man? During our break, Drake, he went to see the Raptors game. They were hanging up Vince Carter's jersey, man, honoring Vince Carter, but they were playing the Sacramento Kings, and DeMar DeRozan, he is now playing for the Kings. And Drake, he was courtside. He was mean mugging DeRozan, man. He had some smart things to say about him too on the commentary. He said if they put up DeRozan's jersey, he'll take it down himself.
Oh man, bromance drama. That's all it is. I think Drake probably does feel a way, and we talked about this with the LeBron stuff earlier too.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, because when we saw that LeBron was at the pop-up concert and stuff and having a good time, Drake had feelings about that. Clearly he had feelings about DeMar being there as well, and then DeMar was also in the music video for the song. So it's like,
I mean, he was in the song. He mentioned him. He got a shout out too.
Yeah, it was not great. So I think that Drake's feelings are valid, but the way that he's moving is so corny.
Yeah,
like you standing on the courtside, acting like you're gonna do something to DeMar DeRozan, and then when they have you at the commentators talking, it's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna take his number down if they put it up in the rafters. Like, how petty are you? How soft are you? How many feelings were hurt? Like, I just need to know. Like, there's certain things that
men don't do.
But even if you feel a way, keep that shit to yourself, because you look like a bitch talking like that. Like you the way that you're moving, the way you acting, like that little pouty face that you got on the court side, like
the duck lips.
Yeah, it looks stupid. It looks so stupid.
Man, someone said that Drake showed up to another man's job to express his feelings. That shit killed me. It's so true.
He showed up at his job to come to him as a man. Like,
what? Like, it was so weird. Like, and as soon as DeMar looked at him, he looked away. Like, he was mean mugging him up until he looked at him. And it's just like, what are you doing, man? Drake, to me, Drake has always been corny. And I've said that for years. And people have called me a hater and all these other things and the mean comments they left about on our clips that we put out. But I supported Drake a couple of years ago because I really liked the new music he was putting out. It was just like when he started putting out other music and started acting really corny again, I wasn't fucking with him again. Yeah. So to me, I'm not surprised by any of this. I still am looking forward to hopefully a Drake and Party Next Door album this year. Haven't really heard much from Drake musically outside of him releasing that unreleased stuff. Mm-hmm. He really hasn't had a lot of traction since getting his ass beat by Kendrick Lamar. I think at this point, he just needs to lay low till after the Super Bowl. I think he's waiting until next summer.
That's what I said. Just sit down for 6 months. Dude, disappear. Everyone will forget about what happened.
They won't.
And start to miss you.
They're never going to forget.
They're not going to forget, but it'll be water under the bridge. Like, people, it'll be like the butt of a joke. Like,
exactly. That's terrible. Who wants to be the butt of a joke? Look, he'll never be the same.
He'll You're probably right. He won't ever be the same.
He doesn't help himself. Look at everything he's doing afterwards, man. He just plays more into looking like a bitch.
I wonder why some of these people don't hire like publicists that really know what they're doing. Like somebody that really has a marketing background that could say, okay, this is how we're going to reframe this. This is the spin we're going to do. You know who they need to hire? They need to hire the person that Black China got, because Angela, what's her name? I can't even remember her real name, but whatever she's going by now, that's her real name. She's made a complete turnaround, complete 180.
So much that you don't know her real name, you still call her Black China.
I don't really care about Black China.
Exactly. What? Like, I'm sure Drake has a giant team of people who, you know, advise him.
Angela White. I was gonna say Angela Simmons, but I knew that wasn't her last name.
No, it's a different person. No. Very different too.
Very
but
different.
We'll see. We'll see. Like, I hope Thug collaborates with everybody. You know, I feel like Thug is cool. He's cool with J. Cole. He's cool with Kendrick. You know, cool with Drake. We'll see what happens. You know, we talk about Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl in New Orleans next year. Lil Wayne was upset. He was upset that he didn't get the nod. But hey, Lil Wayne had his own festival, which I didn't know. This is like the 4th or 5th time they did the Lil Weezyana Fest in New Orleans.
And
right?
nobody ever heard of this shit, right? It's crazy.
For real, I never
crazy
heard
for
of
such a legend that should be performing at the Super Bowl, for nobody to ever hear this. And listen,
You're a Wayne fan. Yeah.
I like Wayne, but I'm just saying, like, stop the bullshit, man. Please. Here's what he had to say.
Wait. Before that, I just want to say that he did reunite with the Hot Boys, and the Big Timers came out. So it was a good show. You know, it was a good show. He was feeling good. But he did have to get some shit off his chest about the Super Bowl again.
That moment I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that fucking position, and it was ripped away from me. But this motherfucking moment right here.
Ripped away from it.
They can't take that, man. They can't take that from me. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for yourself for being amazing. Wow. Music.
That's a good song to go into, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think it's a coincidence? You know, he did Mr. Carter, his song with Jay-Z, after he made that speech about the Super Bowl?
I do not think it's a coincidence.
Who had the best verse on that song, though?
Ooh.
Do you know? You don't remember?
Yeah, it's the wrong person. I don't like Wayne like that or Jay-Z.
You don't like that song?
Oh, you're talking to the wrong person. No way.
Oh man, I wish we could play it, but they're gonna flag us.
Oh yeah,
man. I don't.
That's tough, man. I'll give it to Wayne.
I was gonna say Wayne too,
but
I think he got that one.
No, he did. Jay-Z got him, I think.
Are you sure?
I'm going over in my head. I think Jay got him, but I don't know. Do you think this is the last we hear about him complaining about this shit? Or
no, it's not. It's not.
Is he going to do it until the Super Bowl happens and maybe even after?
He is doing a press tour complaining about this shit.
Do you think that this actually
it's going to kick
helpful for him?
No, because even if they were thinking about him for any other big opportunities, whether it's a Super Bowl in the future or if Kendrick was going to bring him out, blah blah blah, you can't now.
Yeah.
Because if you bring him out for the Super Bowl, then it looks like, oh, again, this word we've been talking about today, pandering. You look like a loser, just like Kamala. If you have him at the Super Bowl in the future, it looks like, okay, he whined enough, so we had to give it to him. Like, it's just.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a Make-A-Wish kid like Bronny James. Like, you don't want that.
Stop it.
For real. Like, I don't like any of the fucking pity shit. Like, bro, they took it away from you. First off, the sad Instagram video was bad enough. Just have your moment. If you celebrating yourself, you celebrating your fans, just focus on that. Stop going back to this narrative. I think it's so lame and corny, bro. I don't like it, and I hope he. I don't know. Maybe they need to
I wonder if something really did happen behind the scenes where he thought he had it, and then the shit with Kendrick and Drake popped off, and they were like, "Yeah, no, you don't have it anymore." Like, I wonder if that really happened, because other than that, he looks soft and like whiny and like a baby and entitled, and any type of word where you think you should have got something and you didn't get it and now you're complaining.
Yeah. I can't see that being the case, honestly. I mean, Kendrick, we've seen Kendrick perform. Like, he's amazing. Well, Wayne's never done like a giant like arena tour like that. He did the Drake and Lil Wayne tour. He's toured here and there.
He's always done it with other people.
Yeah, exactly. Kendrick is a different level, bro. And I feel like, okay, maybe he was angling for it, but I don't think it was ever really on the table, and they took it away from him.
I just if you wanted it, and if you did all this hard work, you should have done hard work to stay healthy and be a better performer.
Yeah,
like that's just the sad truth of it.
Yeah,
listen, I wish Wayne well. Maybe he'll get an opportunity again in the future. He's only 42.
No, he won't. This is it. Like, especially him, like, saying this shit, crying. Like, no, they're never inviting his ass to the Super Bowl. This is the same guy who got banned from Miami Heat games because he was on stage and said, "I fucked Chris Bosh's wife." Like, it's just like, bro, relax.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. It's just like some of these artists.
Those Diddy parties get crazy.
For real. Some of these artists and rappers just are so sensitive. But, man, speaking of Diddy parties, man, someone who's been outspoken the past week on Diddy, man, your favorite R&B singer, Ray J.
Do not say that. Do not say that. We talked about Ray J and my feelings about his dumb shit that he says. But, yeah, he came out, and the only reason this came across my feed is because 50 said something.
Yeah. But 50's not the only one. Academics posted it. Like, multiple outlets posted this clip of Ray J.
They did. Let's give you all a sneak peek into what he had to say.
Saying that people at the church doing it. So now I can't turn cheek to cheek when somebody hit me, because now I'm thinking about butt cheeks. It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's just not adding up to me. And I think
butt cheeks, he says.
This is a crazy clip.
He can't even go to church anymore because of Diddy, bro. Diabolical shit, bro. Reports also came out that said he was pressed at a Halloween party by Diddy's sons, bro. Yeah. They said reports emerged around Halloween that Diddy's son, Quincy, Christian Combs, and Justin Combs confronted Ray J outside of a Halloween party in Los Angeles. Ray J, who had said he was alone at the time, later speculated that around 8 people were involved in the incident, telling WAC 100 that he was attempting to bring some sense to the situation. Mm-hmm. He also shared that the homie Chris Brown intervened. So, when Ray J is trying to make sense of a situation and Chris Brown comes to intervene, it's something real legit going on. If something serious is happening and Ray J trying to make sense of it, and then Chris Brown comes into the picture, I'm leaving.
Listen, for real, because if Breezy is the one trying to stop the fight, that is a surprise.
For real. When does that ever happen?
He is always with the smoke. But I just, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that he said this and that someone really brought Ray J on a news outlet to talk about Diddy. But listen, I get it, I guess. With regards to this Halloween thing, he said, "No, we didn't have a fight. We had a big argument right outside the club. This time, I think I got loud and I got aggressive. But it was the third time this happened, so I felt I needed to stand up for myself."
Oh, man. We've seen this story before, man. Ray J turning up at a party, him and Fabulous. Like, he has a history. But, Ray J also posted a video, saying that things may have escalated, bro.
Niggas just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me, nigga. And you want me to apologize, nigga? Fuck you.
Okay, so I don't know. There was no other context shared about that. But Ray J, he was just on the Diddy documentary for TMZ. Mm-hmm. And he's saying that some celebrities are paying victims to stay out of the case, man.
I'm saying, sure.
You believe this, man?
Hell yeah. They've already said that they've redacted a bunch of names from some of these lawsuits and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's saying, Ray J was friends with Diddy. And he's saying, I'm hearing about artists paying victims to keep their names out of it. Here's what I do know. People do catch and kills all day. it's a regular word. You know, somebody has a truth. Somebody pays you to keep quiet, and hopefully that money you got paid secures your happiness while you watch the lie continue to succeed.
I mean, I think with Ray J, there's been a variety of random things that he's been outspoken about where, sometimes it sounds like it's a conspiracy. Other times it sounds like this puzzle's starting to get put together.
Yeah.
I think, he says what he thinks. He says his experience, and shares his perspective. He's not afraid to do it. But he's also a little wacky.
Yeah.
A little wacky.
Very wacky. He grew up in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's been famous since he was
For a
young teen.
long time, yeah.
It's weird, man. Like, I definitely believe that a lot of celebrities are probably paying people off to stay out of this mess.
Yeah.
It's been pretty quiet on the Diddy front the last month or so.
Oh, they biding their time.
You think so?
Yeah, they putting their case together. Plus, he's not gonna. The hearing isn't supposed to start until next year.
Yeah, like May, right?
Yeah, like sometime, late spring or something.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Do you guys believe Ray J's claims that other celebrities are paying people off to stay out of this? I do.
Yeah,
I wonder who it is. Like, we already speculated. We put some names out there. I don't think we got to do that again. I think we can wait. Oh, man.
Listen, I think this is going to be similar to the Epstein thing where, they're supposed to release a whole bunch of names to us and then it never really plays out that way.
Yeah.
They'll tell us who may have attended a Diddy party, but not what actually they did or did not do. And they're going to leave everything vague.
Yeah. Yeah, we know one rapper who confronted Diddy years ago, man, J. Cole, man. He wasn't having Diddy's shenanigans. He tried to fight Diddy. He stood up to Diddy.
He did.
And a lot of people have been bringing up J. Cole recently. We talked about Cole after he dropped that, what is that? What was the name of that song? Like when people drop songs on Instagram, like I don't ever remember.
Was it Port Antonio?
Port Antonio, yeah. J. Cole, I feel like he's inching his way back into the scene. But we also talked about Tyler, the Creator, dropping his new album. What is it? Chromacopia.
Yes.
I always have trouble saying that shit. And also Camp Flognaw is happening this week, and it's also going to be streaming on Amazon Prime.
Where is that at? In Cali?
Yeah, LA.
Okay.
LA. I think it's their 10-year anniversary. So
wow.
Shout out to them. Yeah, but a lot of people are making the comparison, man. J. Cole versus Tyler. They're both rapper producers. I'd say they both, J. Cole may have came out maybe a couple years before Tyler did, but they came out around the same time.
I would say they were in that same class. It's just, Tyler has always been a little bit different. And Cole's, I think his ascent was way quicker than Tyler's was.
Yeah.
Tyler's was like more gradual, like on a curve.
Yeah. I mean, Cole had the Jay-Z cosign early on.
Mm-hmm.
He was Rock Nation's
Yeah.
First artist signed. But yeah, a lot of people are making the comparison. They're saying, Tyler maybe taking J. Cole's spot in the big three. We've been talking about this big three shit, and I think J. Cole created it. I had mentioned that theory before because I was like, no one else is talking about it. Like, we don't hear Drake and Kendrick actually talking about it, but Cole kind of like started that narrative.
Cole started it, and then they ran with it.
And then he ran away from it.
Yeah.
But now
that's exactly right. That's what happened. So,
but now people are trying to find who's going to take that spot, and is Tyler qualified? He's in the same generation as Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. Do you think it's fair to ask if Tyler could take that spot? Do you think that he's the better overall rapper, artist? Like, how do you think that they compare to each other?
I think that it's an interesting question, and it's a cool comparison because they're both very different as artists. But like you said, I think when it comes to some of the numbers, the way people feel about them, they're followers. The fact that they have their own, concerts and things and festivals that happen yearly. I think there's a lot of similarities. For me personally, if we're talking like rapper, J. Cole is better. Like, I don't think it's really close. But if we're talking about artistry and overall impact in hip hop, I think it becomes a much closer conversation. Yeah. Tyler is just a lot more creative. His production has been lights out for the last handful of years. And he works with everybody. It's just, you don't know what you're going to get with him, which I think is really what the draw is. Yeah. What do you think about the two?
Man, I love both artists. I've been a fan of both for well over a decade. I agree. One of our people, Walt, he commented on our poll, and he said he thinks J. Cole's a better rapper, Tyler's a better artist. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I do agree with that. You know, but I think Tyler's a really good rapper. Like, I think them as rappers is pretty close. I think Tyler has the edge more so when it comes to discography, because to me that's Cole's weak point. Yeah. It is. Cole has a couple really good albums, maybe. Tyler, he's on a hot streak, man. I think with his Chromacopia, his last 4 albums have been very, very good. I like Flower Boy and Igor a little bit more than this current one, and Call Me If You Get Lost personally. But I think they're 4 strong albums within a span that I haven't seen J. Cole do that. When it comes to performance, I think they're pretty on par with each other, honestly. I just think Tyler just is so much more of a showman, has a lot of energy, takes more risk. And that's what I like about Tyler. Yeah. But I feel
the risk works for him. That's the thing. Like, I wasn't really a big Tyler person until 2019 with Igor. Wow. And I heard Igor and I was like, yo, he's made strides. Yeah. Like, way back from that cockroach eating shit. Like, his growth is undeniable. Yeah. I feel like with Cole, there's been a plateau. Yeah. There really has. And I think that's the biggest gripe that a lot of people have with Cole is like, all right, the plateau is there anytime you drop an album. But when it comes to a feature and you're rapping against somebody, you kill them every single time. But it just doesn't translate. And there's nothing different that you're doing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that Cole started working with other producers. I think that was much needed. Yeah. And that project he dropped in 2021, what is it called?
The Off-Season?
Off-Season. Yeah, the
Off-Season was good.
That album's great. To me, I like the Off-Season probably better than Call Me If You Get Lost. Honestly, I think those dropped the same year. Yeah.
I love Call Me If You Get Lost.
I love both, but when it comes to rapping, because
rapping, I agree with you. The Off-Season for rapping, yes. But Call Me If You Get Lost, I don't know. Something about that album like resonates with me. I can listen to that album straight through like multiple times. Yeah. I really like it. Yeah. I really do.
I love both those projects too. But to me, a lot of Tyler's sound is very derivative, honestly. I feel like he sounds a lot like Pharrell and the Neptunes and Kanye West. Honestly, it's just his voice and collaborations definitely take it to a new level. But I feel like it's almost copy and paste some of it. That's how I feel.
You can definitely see the influences. I agree with that on Tyler, but still, the way that he does it, when you listen to other rappers, it's just still different. It still stands out to me. And when I look at Cole's discography, Forest Hills Drive and The Off-Season are probably his best 2 projects. And they're 7 years apart. In between that, we got some fucking duds. We got For Your Eyes Only. We got KOD. We got just a bunch of EPs. But nothing was really like that. It just...
Sure, what did the poll say? Like, what percentage of people...
75% voted for Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think J. Cole got 0%, and then there's a third option which was both
why
of
you
them
put
have
the third
their
option?
strengths and weaknesses.
Damn. What do you think though? Like, do you give one the edge over the other at this point?
I mean, I think overall, if I'm just counting, production, discography, and everything, I think I have to give the slight edge to Tyler the Creator because, again, like I feel like J. Cole's biggest knock is his production. Sometimes it just get like so kind of like boring, and that was hard to get through. And his albums were not that good. Like you just named his discography. Like I like For Your Eyes Only. I did not like KOD. Forest Hills Drive, I thought that was really good, but I feel like he has way more misses than he does for hits.
10 years ago now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
10 years ago for his arguably best project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like, and listen, y'all know before all this bullshit, Cole was my number one. I would ride or die for Cole. But like now after this, I've got a new lens that I'm looking at him through, and it's not foggy. I just think he's not there. He's not there.
We'll see. Let us know, guys. Do you think Tyler is actually the better artist at this point? I like Tyler's trajectory, like him kind of like figuring out early, taking a lot of risk and putting out like, I don't know, you listen to Goblin. It's just like he was trying a lot of different things, and the growth from Bastard to Goblin, I feel like you could tell he had a lot of angst and he was getting it out. And then Cherry Bomb was kind of, Wolf. I like Wolf too, but Cherry Bomb I didn't really like, but he was really experimental with Cherry Bomb. And then after Cherry Bomb, he bounced back with Flower Boy, which I feel like, to me, is his best project. And I feel like it's a masterpiece. Like, I love Flower Boy, like, so much. That's, like, one of my favorite albums. And, yeah, it's not like he plateaued after that. He shifted around with Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, and more rapping. And this Chromacopia, like, he's in a whole nother introspective bag, I love that all his projects are different.
Yeah.
But I think we're blessed to have this generation of rappers. We saw Childish Gambino, this summer together. And we just, Gambino's also on Tyler's album.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of times. You just, hear a lot of voices that sound familiar on it. And I think we're really blessed to have such creative people in this generation of hip hop who, they're not really just defined by rapping. It's like they make shows, Tyler had Loiter Squad, he wants to do scores for movies. He did the soundtrack for what was it, The Grinch? Yeah. So like they're doing so many other things. As you said, they had their own festivals. So people want to compare these people. Like I think the whole Big Three idea was kind of dumb to begin with. Everyone's different. Drake was obviously the biggest commercial rapper. I think Kendrick obviously probably had the most impact on the genre. Like he's the only person who could really kind of stop time in hip hop. And I don't know, Kendrick is just a whole nother animal, honestly. I don't even like comparing I don't like comparing any of these guys against each other. Unless they start talking shit like Drake. Then he gets what he deserves.
Listen, if you ask for it, you're going to get it. You're going to get it.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think that the end of the year, there's definitely been music that has dropped, which was pretty solid. Absol's project is really great.
Yeah, I haven't listened to you. You guys listen to it?
Yeah, it's good. Okay. It's very good.
I gotta check it out.
Listen, I think Doechii got nominated for some stuff, which we'll talk about in a second. But there's definitely been good music to come out this year.
Yeah. They came out with the Grammy nominations. Who has the most? Is it Beyonce?
Of course.
After Jay-Z cried on stage, "Oh, give my wife more Grammys." Remember that whole fucking speech? Maybe
I hope she
listen.
gets all these nominations and don't win a single one. That shit would be legendary.
You're not fucking with the country album. I don't know who
I'm
is.
not, but whatever.
I don't know anybody who is. Actually, the one person I know is a fucking weirdo. But yeah, Beyonce, she has 11 nominations.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Kendrick, Post Malone have 7 each. Billie Eilish, Charlie XCX both have 7. Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter all have 6. So, I don't think any of these are a surprise. I think it is crazy that Kendrick has 7 nominations without putting an album out. But Drake did said, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone please hand him a Grammy right now.
Well, he about to get a handful. That is for sure.
For real. But did any of these surprise you? Are you rooting for anyone? I will say, I'm so happy Doechii was nominated for a few. Was she nominated for Best New Artist?
Yeah, she deserves that because that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
I'm still bumping that.
Yeah, I'm rooting for her, but I also saw I think Ray is nominated for Best New Artist. I know my parents love Ray. They kind of put me on to her.
Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like that name is mad familiar.
Yeah,
but I don't know who it is.
I think she's like a Disney girl or something.
Is that what it's from?
I think so. I think that's where she came from.
Yeah, I mean, if you hear her songs, you'll probably know. She had that song, what's it called, Espresso or some shit?
Yeah.
She had a whole arena tour this year, so she's one of the biggest artists out.
Oh, wow.
And I know Chapel Roan is really popular too. But yeah, anyone outside of Doechii that you're rooting for, man?
I mean, Kendrick, if he doesn't get Not Like Us, that would be robbery. But he's
for Song of the Year or what?
Yeah, Song of the Year.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, rap Song of the Year, sure, but Song of the Year overall.
I think he should get it. I really do. When I look at these other songs of the year.
Yeah, what's nominated?
A bar song, Tipsy. I don't know who Sean Cook, Jarrell Jones, all these.
Shabuzi is nominated.
Yeah,
oh my god. So will Jaquan get a Grammy if he wins?
I don't know.
He should, right?
I guess.
I think so. I mean, I'm sure he's credited on the song.
Yeah.
Because it is a remix of his song. So I hate that song.
Birds of a Feather with Billie Eilish. The other one is Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Fortnite, Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone. Good Luck Babe, Chappelle Rowan. Not Like Us. Please, 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 Sabrina Carpenter, and Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. Okay. I don't think any of these songs. I mean, maybe I'm not, I'm not tapped into the mainstream shit, so I don't know, but I feel like Not Like Us was the biggest song of the year.
It definitely was the biggest song of the year. I mean, come on. It's insane.
Yeah.
The Knicks play, they play the organ and they play Not Like Us and like that. It's crazy. I'm like, what? It's insane. I'm definitely rooting for Kate Renata to get a Grammy, and also Jhené Aiko. She's nominated for Best R&B Performance. I know she doesn't have a Grammy, so I just think she deserves one because her influence on modern day contemporary R&B is insane. I also want J. Cole to eventually get a Grammy too. There's a bunch of people who don't have Grammys, and fucking Macklemore and Lil Nas X and all these other shitty. Lil Nas X is really terrible. He's not a good artist at all. Macklemore is actually, to me, way more talented.
Listen, he did all that devil worship shit, and then we haven't heard from him since.
That was crazy.
I remember
the Sam Smith performance at the Grammys. And then right afterwards, they had a vaccine commercial come on. I was like,
that. And remember the blood in the shoes sort of thing that he was doing.
The Satan sneakers.
All that devil shit that he did, it didn't work out. Not one bit. Not one bit.
It's just it's all gimmicky, Oh, Fat Joe with the Rutgers hat. I love that. Of course, side of the Knicks, they're getting their ass beat by the Bulls right now. They got to get it together. This is no bueno. But yeah, let us know, guys. Are you guys excited for the Grammys next year?
Anne Hathaway, okay.
Yeah, star-studded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let us know, guys. John Jones. Oh yeah, I'm actually going to the fight on Saturday, man.
I know.
John
You
Jones.
excited?
I'm super excited. Probably going to see President-elect Trump there as well, and all his what did Biden call them? Garbage supporters. I'll see you guys there.
Oh, my God.
I'm excited, though, man. John Jones has been my favorite fighter forever. He's the reason why I got into UFC. So this might be his last fight. I doubt it.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. He's saying he would fight Alex Pereira, which is my other favorite fighter. I've seen Alex win twice at the Garden. He won his middleweight championship and light heavyweight. I saw him win. So I get to see John Jones. And if they do fight each other next year, I don't care where it is, man. I got to go see that. So,
I
yeah,
mean,
I'm so
listen,
happy.
we've been rooting for John Jones a long time. He's already 37 years old.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I mean, he was the youngest UFC champion at 23, so he's been, doing this for 14 years.
I mean, listen, time goes by real quick when you're suspended for performance-enhancing drugs.
Well, he was suspended for a lot of things,
He
like
was.
every other year.
He
so
was.
stay out of trouble, John. Him and his brothers.
He spent half his career suspended.
For real, and still has he has 17 title fights in his career, which is
27 wins, 1 loss.
Well, that loss is not real. It was a disqualification for elbows, which is bullshit. Yeah. So he's undefeated in reality. He didn't lose that fight. But yeah, I'll report back next week. We'll be back next week, guys. So, I'll let you guys know my experience. I've already been to 2 UFC events where Donald Trump came out in the last year. So this will mark the 3rd time we see the Orange Man. But yeah.
He loves his UFC.
No, he really does. But that's not the only fight happening this week, bro. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, man.
Oh my God.
It's finally happening.
I can't believe it.
Really?
I mean, I know there's a lot of money.
Of course.
But Mike was literally walking around with a cane 6 months ago.
Yeah.
When they were supposed to fight the last time.
Literally emergency surgery. But he's back, man. Yeah. Iron Mike is back fighting 27-year-old Jake Paul, man, on Netflix, bro. Mm-hmm. We had a poll on this, Troy. Who do people pick? Are they going with Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
Let me pull it up. So it looks like the poll, we had, again, 3 options. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, or Netflix. 14% for Mike Tyson, 29% for Jake Paul, 57% for Netflix.
Yeah. Netflix and the people are about the only ones that are going to win during this fight. It's a 58-year-old versus a 27-year-old.
That's crazy.
I just want to see him fight somebody real.
Why?
Because I want to see an actual boxing match if I'm going to watch boxing. I want to see a good fight. I don't want to see Mike Tyson well past his prime. The last time he fought somebody was another 50-year-old.
And that was an exhibition too.
Yeah,
this is a pro bout.
Exactly. I don't.
I remember you were upset at Floyd Mayweather possibly doing a pro bout that was a little bit bullshit. Do you think that this impacts Mike's legacy at all?
For Mike, I don't think it's the same. Just because Mike has lost several times before. He hasn't really fought competitively in the last 20 years. I think it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But still, I care about the man's health.
Yeah.
He's a living legend. I don't want to see him go in there and get fucked up by Jake Paul. That's not going to be fun for anybody.
Do you think he has a shot, even at 58 years old? Do you think he could actually win?
I think it has to be in the first or second round if he's going to win. That he has to put him down. We got to see that old Mike where he just rocks this guy's chin and it's lights out. That's what we have to see. But I don't think he has the power anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him training. It looks like he, everyone kind of looks good training. Though, in those
That's
Instagram
the thing.
videos.
It's just like when you see guys shooting the gym by themselves with no defenders and they making every single 3. Then they get out there and Bronny James is averaging 0.1 points a game. It's that sort of thing. So,
see, Bronny is a punchline now. That's so sad.
Listen, he got sent to the G League. I'm happy. I'm happy he went to the G League. Only problem is he's still not getting any burn in the G League either.
He should have stayed in college. He was already making millions of NIL money, but they're going to be making millions in this Netflix deal too. Are you going to watch? Because it's free on Netflix.
I'll probably, I don't know. I'm supposed to go to a birthday party Friday night. We'll see. We'll see if I watch.
Troy, you're going to watch this? And do you think Mike has a chance?
Yeah, I'll probably end up watching if nothing else is going on, either at a bar, at a friend's house or something. Like you said, Brian, I think he does have a chance, but it'd have to be in the first round. He's gonna have to just fully just go in and try to knock Jake Paul out. If he doesn't, I don't think it's going past. I don't think he's gonna win if it goes past round 2, because I think the rounds only 2 minutes long as well, so they're shortened rounds as well. So
yeah.
Yeah, we've seen Jake Paul gas out plenty of times, and when he's fighting the old MMA fighters.
There's no way he gets tired before Mike, though.
We'll see. I don't know. You know, I definitely think I've been picking Jake Paul for most of these fights. I picked against them. I think the Woodley fight, I thought that Woodley would have him, but he got second fight. He got knocked.
That one we should have fucking known better, because even in UFC, Woodley don't never throw his hands. He just bounce around the ring the whole time, not doing shit. Makes me so mad. I was a Woodley fan, but
yeah, former champion, UFC champion. But yeah, let us know, guys. Do you think Mike Tyson has a chance? Will you watch on Netflix? Should they even be doing this? I don't think so, but since they are, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna tune in.
Of course, everybody's gonna watch, but like,
I hope Mike Tyson knocks him out.
Imagine
that would be
that would be legendary.
Yeah.
That's
why we're watching.
That's the moment we all need. After seeing Kamala lose, we need to see Mike knock this white boy out. Come on, let's do it.
Oh my God,
let's do it.
Let us know, guys. Does he have a chance? He's 58 years old, as you said, man. Like,
I mean, there's always a chance, though.
Of course, it's still Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
it's still Mike Tyson.
I wouldn't want to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
I don't care how old he is. Like, I really don't. Like, no prep, all prep, whatever. I don't want to fight Mike. I don't want to fight Mike.
Hell no, me either. Fuck that shit. I'm good. I'm good on that, man. I'm good on getting CTE. Fuck that shit. Speaking of CTE, Lamar Odom.
That's not CTE.
I don't know what it is. That man died and came back to life, man.
That's a different acronym that they got for some drugs, like FET, fentanyl.
Lamar Odom, man, he came back to life and he's living his best life. I mean, he did not get his ex-wife Khloe Kardashian back since he was revived. I mean, we thought he died, like, for real.
He did die.
Yeah, it's crazy at the brothel at the Bunny Ranch years ago. But you know, he's still living his life, and he gave himself a little bit of a birthday gift this year, man. He got himself a new girlfriend.
Yeah, he did. And she's listen, she lets him do whatever he wants. Let's take a quick look at his new boo.
Her fingers and her hands.
Imagine how much you'd love shopping for her, Lamar.
Yeah, no.
Bras and panties.
This will make me probably get into women's fashion, too.
Oh, yeah, sure would.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get into with the sex doll, right? Women's fashion.
Oh, my God, man.
Oh, my God.
Lamar Odom got a sex doll that looks like his ex-wife, Khloe Kardashian. People are flaming him.
I want to say that's disrespectful to Khloe.
Why do you say that?
Khloe is not that ugly.
I don't know, man.
that sex doll was not attractive. So he basically posted on Instagram. He was taking a stroll through this place called Real Doll, which is a sex toy factory, and he was perusing, several different items, of course, dildos and other female sex dolls and things like that. But he had one special made for him, because he complimented one of the dolls, and he was like, wow, that's the biggest boobs and ass that I've ever seen. But for he wanted it to look like his ex. Wow. Because now he can do whatever he wants with her.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 guy. Oh my God, people were disgusted at this, man. They said, one commenter said Lamar Odom is a sick freak. Someone said a nurse for no reason whatsoever just told me Lamar Odom ordered a $8,000 sex doll model after Khloe Kardashian. It's 8:30 dead ass in the morning. Ew, this is so creepy. Like, why would you even want that? Would you ever consider something like this, man? These sex dolls, we talk about the Tesla bots, we talk about AI. Would you ever consider getting a sex doll? They're getting more and more lifelike.
Dude, it would have to be like. So first, my answer is no, and then I have a but after that. All right,
pause.
Yeah, pause. If they get to the point, which I'm sure they will eventually, where you can't really distinguish the difference between the AI dolls and robots and like real people, it could be a conversation.
What conversation? Who's that conversation with?
It's with your partner. It's like, listen, babe, I know you don't want to do threesomes, but I bought this toy. And then girls love toys. Yeah. You bring in the toy and, hey, it looks like a woman, feels like a woman, does everything that a woman does. There you go.
I think if more women, keep saying, "Oh, we're not gonna have sex with men," we're upset.
The 4Bs?
For real. Yeah, the 4Bs, they're gonna open the door for more sex dolls. I mean, we talk about young men and them not being as sexually active. I think this will be more popular. For me personally, I don't think I could ever be into this personally. But I think it is going to be a more popular thing.
I think if it's an add-on, like not now, if you're only dating or having sex with sex dolls, you have a problem.
Why? What's the problem?
Where's the human interaction? That's not real.
There's a lot of people out there who don't have a lot of human interactions, and they do a lot of other terrible things. I think this might help that part of the population is lonely men who aren't so, maybe they won't be so angry. Maybe they'll be more preoccupied. I don't know.
Maybe, but I guess it's something they can take their frustrations out on. But either way, that's not healthy, I don't think. Like, it's just, listen.
Hey, we're not gonna shame them. I mean, women have all types of sex toys. Why can't men have a giant sex doll? What's the problem?
We always got to one-up women, don't we? Like they got dildos and all this other stuff, and we're like, listen, let me walk in this whole other chick. It's not even a human. We made this for $8,000.
$8,000.
Paying $8,000 for something that ugly is retarded. Excuse me, not retarded. It's stupid.
I mean, you can say that now. Trump won, so.
Don't get me excited. All right,
this new
all the old words that we used to say all through high school and middle school are coming back.
No, they really are. Like that's what it is. But $8,000. I guess if this is like, how long do they last? You know what I mean? Like if this is your wife, that's pretty good.
Let's see. Look at Nat in the comments talking about, I hope they have male dolls. No, they don't. They don't.
Damn, she's into it. So hey, that opens the door for you. Like,
don't play with me. Do not play with me.
Let us know, guys. Is Lamar Odom creepy for getting a sex doll that looks like his ex-wife Khloe Kardashian?
Again, if it actually looked like her, I would not say that it's. I don't know. I feel like it's more creepy that it looks nothing like her. That doll is ugly.
I mean, I'm not really a fan of Khloe Kardashian's looks personally, but hey.
I don't think anybody is, but still.
She has like 100 million followers. There's some people. But I don't think she looks like her Instagram pictures, but that's a lot of people. Lamar, whatever he wants to do with his life, let him do it.
I haven't seen what Khloe looks like in a while.
I mean, if you look at her Instagram, it's not a great representation, bro. It's very photoshopped and stuff, but I don't know. I think this is the future. I think Lamar is just doing, in 2034, I think there's going to be a lot more people with sex dolls. I think the price point will go down a little bit more, and I think there'll be a little bit more lifelike.
Oh, she looks like Chris now.
Oh, her mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know, guys. Are people being too judgmental on Lamar? Being too hard on him? I don't know.
It's a shame. She actually didn't look that bad before she got all the work done.
I disagree. I think she...
she wasn't attractive, but she also, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't like the plastic.
All right, we got some RIPs, man. Quincy Jones passed away.
Yeah.
Legendary music producer.
My goodness.
Any words for Quincy Jones, man?
No, just a legend, man. It's really sad to see the way that it's happening with some of our legends. He was pretty up there, though. 91 years old.
It's a good run.
Yeah.
I wish we heard more of his stories. That's the one thing.
I know. He wasn't super public, but I can also understand that.
Yeah.
This is a person
after those last interviews, his family was like, hell no.
Yeah, they were like, all right, well, that's about it. But he's won 28 Grammys, a Primetime Emmy, a Tony Award, and has been nominated for 7 Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globes.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's been doing this since the 50s.
That's crazy. The 50s. Damn. That's like before the civil rights movement. That's insane.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. And the funny thing is, he's just been so involved with all these different movies and like scripts and artists. Like he basically helped make Michael Jackson who he was. All these different movies, The Wiz, The Italian Job. Love The Italian Job. It's just Roots, The Color Purple, like anything that is part of the culture, he's kind of been involved in.
Yeah.
Impressive stuff. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
What a life.
Rest in peace to a legend. And then also we have another one, right?
Yes, we do. We got Tony Todd.
R.I.P.
Tony Todd, man. I was so.
Who is Tony Todd? I don't even know.
Candyman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Candyman. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Todd was Candyman. He was in a bunch of different things though.
He was in The Rock. He was in Final Destination. He played like
Mad Final Destination movies.
Yeah.
Oh man, Frankenstein.
Talk
Bunch
about
of.
getting typecast. He was always Candyman to me.
He was always like a bad guy.
Mm.
I feel like.
Yeah.
But he was great at being a bad guy.
Yeah. How old was he when he passed? Like 70 something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
69.
69. Damn. Rest in peace to Tony Todd, Quincy Jones.
Oh dang, he was in the Flash series too for like 9 years.
Oh wow.
I didn't even know. I never really watched that series. Star Trek too. Forgot he was in Star Trek. Wow.
Damn. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to my Uncle Charles. Sad to see you go. Just sadness, man.
Yeah.
Lives well lived though.
Thoughts and prayers to you and your family, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. A lot of loss. Yeah, November. It's been a pretty sad month so far, but you know, there is hope.
Tough start to the end of the year.
Yeah. We got the holidays around the corner. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending some time with the family and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But November did start, and we always talk about No Nut November. You know, people participate every year. You know, they want to be disciplined. Are you participating this year, man? No,
I've already failed.
You failed.
Listen, we're at like the 13th day of the month. The month is halfway gone. I've been failed.
Yeah, me too. I've never participated in No Nut November, but I figured I'd ask. Let us know, guys. Are you participating in No Nut November this year? How long did you last? Pause.
I will say I did kind of my own version of No Shave November. I shaved right after like Halloween.
Or that's October though.
Yeah, but after Halloween is November.
Oh. Okay, so you haven't shaved since.
Yeah.
So you gonna grow it out?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Started from scratch. It was like let's start fresh, end the year off strong.
Yeah, nice beard. So yeah, you look like Santa Claus by the time Christmas comes.
I don't know about all that. Yeah, it takes me a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Got my minoxidil.
Oh, damn, man. Yeah, I've been keeping it very low recently. Maybe I'll grow it out. I don't know. We'll see, guys. Stay tuned. But yeah, we got a lot of other stuff to discuss, man. This one woman, you know, she got, you know, we talk about Lamar Odom getting some backlash on the internet. She got some backlash. Oh my God. Thank God, man. Oh, this is great. Don't call it a comeback.
Closing the gap, yeah.
The Garden is rocking right now, man. Campaign hit a big 3.
3 for 3.
Oh, man. Fuck the Bulls. I hate the Bulls. Shitty franchise.
Yes, for the last 20 years they have been.
They had a good run because of one fucking player and coach.
Don't say that to Scotty.
we don't talk about him. Oh shit, this is crazy. Another 3. Oh man. But this woman, she divided the internet, man, with her proposal to her boyfriend. So footage of an Australian woman proposing to her partner by Sydney's Harbor, in Australia. We talk about Australia. Oh, they took the lead. This is amazing. Sorry, guys, I'm distracted. So the clip was posted by Personalized Proposals & Co., which organizes memorable Australian proposals. Then this went viral because in the video posted, a young woman who looks stunning in a red dress is seen leading her partner, who is blindfolded, to a breathtaking harborside location in Sydney. Once they arrive in a quiet, grassy spot, he takes off the blindfold. And then she gets down on one knee and asks him to marry her. The man accepted the proposal and kissed the part. And then he kissed her forehead. He kissed her forehead in celebration.
You can tell what kind of relationship this is, right?
What would you say, man? He said yes.
Don't get me in trouble, all right?
I'm not getting you. I'm just curious. I don't know what you mean.
Listen, kissed her on the forehead after she proposed to him?
What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
That's weird. All of this is weird.
A lot of people were divided, bro. A lot of people, man. The sweet video of them, sparked a divided reaction online. Some people finding the fact that a woman proposed to a man hard to digest. Someone said, "Girl, get up and stop embarrassing all of us." Damn, I'm like, how do you? I guess you know what? I admit when I see things like that, I feel secondhand embarrassment. But she is not embarrassed. He said yes to her. So I think people should let people have their moment.
I mean, listen, I think each relationship is different.
Girl, get up.
But yeah, there was somebody that said, "Oh, I would rather fight a shark in the Sydney Harbor than let my man propose to me or propose to my man," or something. There is some sort of, I don't know if respect is the right word or acknowledgement, but it takes balls for her to be the person to blindfold him, take him to a destination, and be like, "I'm going to propose to this man."
Yeah.
And then do it. And he says yes. Like, that's ballsy. But it couldn't be me. Like, if Nat tried that, I feel like I got to say no in the moment just to, like, save my pride.
Damn, for real? You would say no?
I don't know. If I wanted to marry her, yeah, I want to marry her, but you can't propose to me. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And if I'm not at the point where I'm ready to propose, then we're not proposing. Like, we're not getting engaged yet. I don't know. I just feel like the guy should be the one to do that.
Yeah.
Even in Happy Feet, the guy brings the girl like the really nice rock, the penguin, right? They brings her the nicest rock he can find.
Bro brought up Happy
Feet. I'm just saying, that's even the animals, they know what the rules are.
That's a cartoon, motherfucker.
But that's what they do in real life too.
Oh my god.
That's what the emperor penguins do.
They dance to fucking Prince music in real life, bro?
Listen, they be tapping. It's not necessarily to a beat, but
Happy Feet. I saw Happy Feet in the theaters, actually.
That was a great movie. It was a legendary movie.
I missed that whole movie. I was in high school. I was just making out the whole time. I missed so many movies back then. Yeah, I'm a whore. But yeah, a lot of people were divided. I would say it makes me uncomfortable to watch because I don't know. I feel like we're all kind of like conditioned to expect a man to propose to a woman and heterosexual relationships. But if it works, it works. I don't think I would ever comment on it and just be like, "You're embarrassing all of us."
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
But it is funny. Someone saying, "Girl, get up." That's funny.
In Meek Mill's voice, "Get up."
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if a girl proposed to me, I might tell her get up too. Like, all right, like, what are you doing? Like, I would think it was a joke. Like,
wait, you would think she was joking?
I couldn't,
even if she had like a ring and everything.
I was gonna just say something, but I'm not going to.
Come on.
Troy, you proposed.
Take us there. Break the wall.
No, I can't. I'll tell you later. Troy, you proposed, man. Do you have any feelings about seeing this? Do you think it's a little bit cringy, or do you think it's cool?
Yeah, no, I do think it's a little cringy. I don't think I would say anything. I would keep my comments to myself, but I would kind of just be like, like, I don't know, just be weird to kind of see, and that was kind of like, why are you like you said, girl, get up, like why are you doing this? Like, it
Do you
almost
accept
seems
though?
like desperate.
Do you think you would accept?
I don't think so.
No. I felt the same way. Like I don't know. I don't like if we're at a place in a relationship where she feels like she has to be the one to do that, and then does it, then I feel like there's something fell off. Like there was something that did not go the way it should have along the way.
Yeah. Like,
because
did she have a ring? I forgot what it said. Like, did she actually give him a ring, or like, did she have her own ring?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I didn't see that in the.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't see it in there, but I would have to assume like.
Yeah, hopefully
you can't propose without a ring, can you?
And I hope it was a diamond ring.
She had something in her hand. No, she had something in her hand that she was holding like this. Like I think she actually had a ring. Yeah. Now whether I would assume it's like the ring to give for him to give her.
No, it's his ring. It's his diamond. He's he's the baddie in the relationship. He's the girl. Like, hey, who cares? You know, he kissed her on the forehead. He said yes, so he had no problem with it.
Yeah, if she got me my own ring, I'm definitely saying no.
Yeah.
Now, if she got me a ring that she wanted, that she's giving to me to give to her, it sounds stupid, but I would be cool with that.
You would? Oh, okay.
Rings are fucking expensive.
I know.
If she went through the effort of buying her own ring.
Oh, then it's cool? Oh, wow.
Listen.
Everyone has a price, guys.
Listen. She wanted this.
That's crazy. I
can't.
I've never proposed to anybody. Thank God.
Dang, thank God for not proposing.
Yeah, I haven't found anybody or any situation. If I did propose in the past, it would have been a mistake. And if anyone proposed to me in the past, I might have just I don't know. I don't know what I would do. That's the thing. Like when I see videos like this, obviously they have a relationship where this is kind of expected.
Yeah.
I don't even like being blindfolded. I don't even want to be blindfolded. I don't want no one to surprise me. Like,
nah, you don't ever have some blindfolded sex?
No.
No?
I'm not into that. No.
Oh, man. It takes it up a little notch. It's been a while since I've done it. But, yeah, me and Nat, we're going to have to break that out before the year end. Anyway, no, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm not into that. Like, I don't know. I'm not into being like submissive and like vulnerable that way personally. Like, I'm not the one to do that. But I'll blindfold a girl. Like, I'll tie a girl up, but I'm not being tied up.
Well, we're clipping that up right there. I'll tie a girl up.
Hey, Trump won.
No, listen, but when we've done it, it's been like both of us are blindfolded. That makes it more fun.
That's not even fun at all.
That is fun.
Both of you can't see? Like that. What's the point of that?
You both can't see, and it's fun. You're just using your sense of feel and your touch and your taste and all those different other senses other than...
I like to see what's going on personally. But hey...
Listen, he trusted her enough. It's funny to me that all the comments were attacking this girl, though, and none attacked this guy.
Why would they attack him? He's not the one who set it up. She went out, she did the proposal. He was blindfolded. He didn't know what was happening.
She did the proposal, but again, like I said, I feel like there's something in their relationship where this is what either she felt needed to happen or she was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it myself. Like, there was something that was missing from that guy.
I wouldn't
for him
say
not
that.
to be the one doing it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. Some people have different dynamics in their relationship. Obviously, he was cool with it. He said yes. They are celebrating. They were happy. So to me, that's all that matters.
I guess.
Not everyone has the same type of expectations. Some marriages, you never know, it could help a relationship because this one girl, she broke up with her boyfriend, and speaking of CTE, this guy, he got broken up with, right? Then he got a concussion, forgot his girlfriend broke up with him, thought they were still together, and they ended up getting married.
Dude, when I saw this was in Utah, I was like, this makes complete sense.
Yeah, man, because it was a ski accident, right? So a Utah couple's love story included a breakup, dramatic accident, memory loss, and a heartfelt reunion. Jenna Brotherson married her now husband Mitchell 7 months after breaking up. Damn, they got married right away, but it was Mormon shit. But, but only because a concussion caused him to forget they weren't together. She's like, when people ask us about our love story, it's our favorite part to tell. Which I think it's a little bit fucked up. In February 2020, she called things off with her then boyfriend because she was too overwhelmed with life. I guess, COVID really had her stressed out. The very next day, he was skiing and he attempted a flip and blacked out and woke up where paramedics were talking to him in the hospital. He suffered a severe concussion and immediately called Jenna asking her to pick him up because he couldn't drive. She's like, why is he messaging me? I just broke up with him. But it turns out his concussion caused them to forget that they had parted ways. Mitch just kept messaging me and to hang out, and after his concussion, I was confused as to why he would keep messaging me because we had broken up. I thought that maybe he took the statement of staying friends really seriously. It was even to the point where I told him that my roommates and I had a hard day, and he came and brought us ice cream. So when she finally asked him to get back together, she realized that he didn't realize they weren't together. She said, he thought it was super funny, and I was relieved. It made it easy to get back together because to him, we never weren't together. 5 months later, the pair were engaged. Less than 3 weeks later, they were married. September 4th, 2020.
Yeah, it happened like that because he was getting no cheeks. That's why he was like, oh, I think our relationship's the same.
Yeah.
No kisses. I'm kissing you on the forehead the same. All that kind of stuff.
She said during my husband's speech at the wedding, he brought up not remembering the breakup, but how he is so grateful that it all worked out in the end. So this is a CTE love story, man. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind in real life. What the hell?
What?
Do you think he faked that concussion to get his girl back? I mean, is this a way to get your girl back? She breaks up with you, get a concussion, and act like you don't even remember it happened. Because it's a little bit fishy to me. The next day,
that man had amnesia. Like
you believe it?
I do.
Wow.
I don't think he had any clue. He was probably devastated that they broke up, went skiing, knocked his head crazy, and then like his like subconscious just decided to bury that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've never had a concussion, I don't think. So it's hard for me to fathom it. I know people say, like, obviously it messes up your memory and stuff. But yeah, this is a love story, concussion love story. I do question it though, because like she was the one who broke up with him, and then he conveniently gets in a crazy accident the next day, just totally forgets it happened. That happened, that she broke up with him, and she fell for it, and they ended up married.
I mean, if he kept acting the same as if nothing ever happened, that's hard to do. That's hard to fake.
You think so?
I do.
Sure.
Especially around her friends and everything.
I think it's real.
You think it's real?
I think it's real. Yeah. Again, I feel like it's too much. Too much to keep up with. If it wasn't real, like I said, it's probably emotional. Probably is going through or trying to what they said, he like hit his head doing a flip or something, right? He's probably trying to do too much, and it just fucked him up. And then he went back to, I guess, like his natural instinct of like calling this person. He's like, hey, I need you, and he just totally forgot about the breakup.
Yeah, Jensina's also not buying it. I don't believe it.
That's a crazy turnaround though. Like, all right, so you broke up with this guy in February. 5 months later, you're engaged, and then 3 weeks after that, you're married?
Yeah.
Is that how they do it in Utah?
Man, she said she was overwhelmed. That's why she broke up with him.
She was overwhelmed before COVID even started, and then got married right at the heart of COVID.
For real. It's crazy. Like, I had an on and off relationship in for all my relationships. But in college, and I remember like my sophomore year, my ex-girlfriend, she was really overwhelmed. She had a really hard major, and she told me, she's like, I'm just overwhelmed. Like, I don't think I could do this like relationship, because we went to different colleges. And I was like, okay, cool. Then the next day, she was like,
okay, cool.
I I was like, okay, I get it. Like, I'm not trying to get in the way and be a distraction. And then the next day she called me and she's like, you know what? I was overreacting. Like, I don't want to break up. And I was just like, it's too late. It's too late. I'm sorry. Like, you said you were overwhelmed. So let's not, like, why rush back? You know what I mean? So I've been there. I didn't fake a concussion. I was just like, hey, she said it.
Dude,
you know,
women. Listen, I don't want to generalize all women after y'all just lost the election, but they're so impulsive sometimes.
They lost the election, just women.
They lost all of us the election.
Oh my god!
Listen, no, but really impulsive,
Yeah.
really impulsive. I just. Yeah, no comment.
I mean,
no further comments.
This one woman lost her husband, but she kept his last name. This is something we've talked about multiple times. You know, we talked about Dame Lillard and his ex-wife, and discussed other situations.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about who else? Larsa Pippen, and Scottie Pippen. So she says, I refuse to stop using my ex-husband's last name. Now he and his new spouse are pissed at me. So a woman married to her, she was married to her husband for over 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she refuses to give his name back to him as he prepares to get married. He prepares to get married again. So she went to Reddit. This 56-year-old woman, has said that the two mutually agreed to part ways, 2 years ago after her husband came out as a gay man. 26 years and 2 kids later. More recently, he got...
McGreevy.
McGreevy.
It is.
Yeah, for real. Isn't he running? What's he running for? Is he running for mayor of Jersey City?
Dude, he might be. He's still been in politics all this time.
Yeah, I mean, it's the right time for him. But he's... So, they were married for 26 years and had 2 kids. And he came out of the closet as a gay man. But now, he's engaged to a man. But during her grandson's birthday party, so they're grandparents together. I understand why she wants to keep the name because the kids have the name. It's been 26 years.
Yeah, after 26 years, this chick can keep her name if she wants to. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it's crazy, And so
just because you wanted to live a double life and finally got the balls to say something 26 years into it, like, come on.
Yeah, but it's not even him. It's his new fiance who has a problem with it, and they brought it up at their grandson's birthday party. So her ex-husband suddenly asked if she'd consider dropping his last name, and she managed to deflect and was joking about it, having to go through so many branches of government, to change the name all around, but nobody bought it. And she says, my ex didn't laugh. He insisted it's about starting a new chapter and wants me to move on. She said she countered that our 2 kids still uses the last name, and it would feel strange for me to be the odd one out. She also wrote that the fiance feels threatened by my name, according to her youngest son, despite the woman making it clear that she has zero interest in rekindling anything. The ex also said his fiance sees her keeping the name as a power play.
How? The power play was you fucking my husband. Like, what are you talking about?
We don't know if he's a power bottom or not. We don't know the dynamic.
You're right. We don't. But regardless, like, what are we talking about?
Oh, my God.
This is crazy.
This is crazy. And, when I read this, when I saw it was a man he was engaged to, I was just like, why doesn't he just take his last name? Like,
exactly. Exactly. Take the other guy's name.
For real, I'm like the easy solution. Like, what the hell? If you're so caught up in sharing a last name,
that does that tells us who the bottom is.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But someone actually said that in the comments. They were like, he should.
Fiance's like, if I'm taking, you know what? Let me stop.
Yeah, we got a couple years ago. Oh my God!
Listen, by 2025, 2026,
yeah.
Airwave's gonna be open.
Let us know, guys. Is she wrong for keeping the last name? I don't think anyone thinks this woman's wrong. Troy, do you have a stance on this one?
Yeah, no, I think she should be able to keep the last name. They're grandparents. It's been 26 years. It's fine. The other person needs to get over it.
Yeah, I wonder how that works with like gay couples. Like, how do you choose who gets the last name?
We already determined that.
I know, but like, is that like a thing for all couples? It's like one person's like, does the bottom take the top's last name all the time? Like, who knows?
Maybe they just go by who has the cooler last name.
And how does that work with lesbians? Like, is it different? Like,
who's wearing the strap?
Let us let us know, guys. Do you guys have any insight on this? I think this story, it's always funny to me when people go to Reddit for validation for things that seem pretty obvious. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro, you're lucky to have a really good relationship with your ex-wife. She seems like she's taking this really well.
For real. Like, it seems like at least you still have family functions all together where it's not like she's making it so you can't even see your kids and grandkids because you've been leading this double life. Like, it could be way worse other than your previous wife, after 26 years, wanting to keep the last name that she's been rocking with and that your kids have. Like, this is dumb. She earned that right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I listen, I can't remember exactly what I said about Larsa Pippen, but it doesn't make sense after they've been together 20 years for her to change her name, even if she's cheating and shit. Like, for what?
Yeah.
20 years? I could see if it was like still in the single digits, even if you're talking about 10, 11, 12 years, it's like, all right, go back to your last name.
Yeah.
But 20? Grandkids? No.
Yeah, it seems petty. Seems petty, especially you're almost 60 years old.
And he's the one that stepped out? No.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. There's other couple, they shared their sleeping arrangement, and they sleep in separate rooms. They've been together since they were 17 and 18, and they shared on social media that they sleep in separate bedrooms. One of the bedrooms is filled with white furniture and LED lights. Meanwhile, her boyfriend has a darker look. Both simply had a desk in their bed and clothing in their rooms, man. Is this something that you could entertain, man? Separate rooms with your spouse?
I think it's weird. If I wanted a roommate, then I'd just go get a roommate.
But those aren't the same things, though.
I mean, kind of. I just think, what is the
benefit?
What is the point? Like, maybe
one of them snores. I don't know.
Let's say somebody snores. They have machines that help with that. You can get nasal strips. Like, any possible reason for y'all to feel like you need to sleep in a separate bed. They have the sleep number bed. It splits in half. You can have one half that's hard, half that's
mad expensive, man.
So save up. Like, I don't think it makes any sense.
I mean, old school. We see the old school sitcoms. They had two separate beds. I mean, I don't know if that was a real thing or just for TV, because people are very conservative in this Christian country we live in. But I can't imagine myself doing it. But I think if it works for you and you can have a 2-bedroom place, I think it's a good move. I mean, sometimes separation is good. I don't know if it makes sense. You're still living together.
You are, but just get a king size bed if you don't want to be like touching the other person or something like that in bed. I don't know.
These are separate rooms. It's not even just separate beds. So it's like a totally different space. So maybe they just need space from each other and they kind of come in a common room, and just, I wonder where they fuck. Like, do you think they have sex in his room or her room or both?
Probably both. I mean, if you're going to use 2 bedrooms, you might as well actually make use of 2 bedrooms. But that's why the money thing you brought up, I don't think it makes sense, because you got to buy furniture for both rooms. They got LED lights, bedroom furniture in one, desk and everything. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go Knicks, baby. I'm watching this miraculous comeback. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Yeah, man, Jalen Brunson's putting the moves on him, man. Cat had a crazy game. He has almost 50 points. Shout out to the Knicks. Hopefully they hold on to win. There's only a couple seconds left. They needed this win bad. Really, really bad. But we'll see. I think the Bulls have the ball, right? Like,
there were a lot of people in the comments about this topic that were supportive, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What were they saying?
So there were some people that said, been with my partner 9 years and we have separate bedrooms. He is a super light sleeper and I have restless leg syndrome. Sleeping separately has saved our relationship. Somebody else said, I love this, but then no, because I'm crazy. And then he'll snap pics to girls acting like he lives alone.
That's a good move. She's just my roommate.
Another one was like, I used to think this was weird, but now I understand why and think it's a great idea. Somebody else said, people need to know this is normal. I haven't shared a bed in 2 years. It's a struggle when we go on holiday.
Damn. You know, I'm not mad at it. If it's helpful for your relationship, do it. I couldn't do it personally. I actually never say never. Like, I don't know. I've never been in a relationship where I felt like that was needed. Troy, would you ever be open to this type of sleeping arrangement?
Maybe down the line, yeah. I know. I feel like me and my fiance do have like separate like sleeping patterns and stuff, and I'm a very sensitive sleeper. So if she like was snoring like crazy and couldn't get it fixed, or like constantly moving and stuff, and it was like annoying me, I think down the line I'd be like, okay, like, you know, separate bedrooms is a lot right now, but maybe in like 10 years.
How do you foul him? So stupid.
On a 3.
That's the one thing you don't do. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you would consider maybe down the line. Yeah, it makes sense.
For medical reasons, I could understand it, but I don't know.
No,
to me, it's just a little weird.
Stay away from him.
It's a little weird.
It is weird, but hey, like, everyone's different, and I feel like if that's what helps your relationship work, then why not? Why not? Let us know, guys. Would you want to have a separate room from your significant other? Sometimes people just need some space.
Yeah, they're gonna need some space when they hear that pounding next door. Like, what is that? Everything okay, babe?
Imagine getting cheated on in the same spot because you have a different room. That'd be crazy. That's a different level of betrayal.
I wonder if they got like the brother sister bathroom in between.
You know, you saying brother sister just fucked that whole thing up for me. Like, what?
No, but that's what it's
like
called.
A share. No,
yeah.
They call it a Jack and Jill.
There you go.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill were brother and sister.
Were they?
Yes.
I forget, bro. I forget this stuff, man. But you know what? People are looking for love in all types of ways. You know, and we talk about people using dating apps, and this one guy, man, this music producer, Luke Holloway, he's taken the awkward and shocking exchanges between people and turning them into songs. You know, he's putting out some viral videos, taking Tinder Conversations and turning them into songs. I think I could pull one up.
Yes, please do.
Here we go.
Do you sound correct? XX smoke. That's a new one I do now. Oh. Can you unmatch me, please?
Nah, this is fire.
Unmatch me, please.
Oh my God.
Can you unmatch me, please?
This is the future of music.
Wow.
That is the future of music right there.
Oh my God.
That song went 0 to 100 so quick.
Yeah.
Started really mellow and then boom.
With
the unmatch me. That's a fire line.
That's hilarious. I mean, you can unmatch people. You don't have to ask someone to unmatch you. Oh my God, hold on. Sorry.
Damn.
Sorry, guys. My bad. Jalen Brunson just missed the game winner. Went in and out of the rim. That's so painful. That was a bad loss. Really bad loss. Worst loss of the season so far. Now they have a losing record. Damn. Shout out to the Knicks. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that was bad.
I'm surprised Kobe White's still out there doing it. And
I mean, he's playing well. He's starting. He's put up some good numbers. So I think he actually got like.
Oh, he had a pretty good.
Bro, look at that.
Too.
Look at that.
Dang.
Oh, it's so painful.
That was going.
Bro, that's perfect.
Oh,
I thought that
man,
was
that's
in.
tough.
Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Nah,
Yeah,
he's
Josh Hart lost him.
fucking
Lost him
furious.
that game.
You ever see the video of Josh Hart like rage quit in the computer game and destroyed the keyboard?
No, I
It's
haven't.
great. It's great.
What, he's just like slamming it down. You got the keys flying everywhere and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah. Shit. I guess we got time for one more. Yeah, let's do the AI, man. Let's do, we talk about AI every week. A couple weeks ago we talked about the guy using Chat GPT or the girl using Chat GPT to win arguments. But AI could be used for a bunch of different things, man. And they use AI to identify what a typical cheater looks like.
It's terrible. It's terrible. They said that if you're a bald man with a big nose in your 40s, which I'm not in my 40s, but I am bald and I have a big nose, apparently I'm more likely to cheat, according to the AI-generated profile that they put together. They said we've shed light on physical traits associated with those prone to cheating. And this was by a senior marketing executive at an online casino. Because I guess there's overlap between the people that gamble and the ones that gamble with the relationship.
For real, I'm sure.
So the Digital Betting Bazaar, they reportedly surveyed 2,000 people in Britain, and many of them had betrayed their partners. They fed the results of what those people looked like into an AI-powered image generator.
Wow.
To kind of create a photo fit depiction of what the average cheater looks like. So for men, it turned out to be this guy in his mid-40s, blue-gray eyes, sparse to no hair, and some frown lines. Throw in some small lips and a big nose, and you get the poster child for what AI thinks a cheater looks like. Now, for women, it was a little bit different. It's this woman who's probably early 50s. She's got dark hair and a small nose and a little bit of a pouty look in her face.
Bro, this guy looks like a bald Justin Timberlake or some shit. I don't know. Oh man, do you think cheaters look like this? And I know we looked at this before we went live. You said it's crazy. These people just look like real people.
Nat said, cheating with a sex doll.
Is that cheating though with a sex doll?
I don't think so. I don't think so either. But listen, I don't know if this guy is like the look of what a cheater looks like, but I do think this woman is probably a cheater.
Why do you say that? Because her hair looks like she has like sex hair?
No, it's the hair, but she's also got that look like she's hiding something. she's got a secret.
Yeah, she's got a few secrets, for sure. Let us know, guys, if these look like the typical cheaters to you. I think it's funny that they identified using all the, like, they're using AI for the fucking weirdest things. Like, whose idea was it to do this study?
I don't know. I mean, she's also got that look. Like, I've seen women in their like 40s, 50s that look like that, and they be outside.
Outside doing what?
You know what they're doing. Cheating. That's what they're doing outside.
Oh my god.
They're in these streets.
Yeah. Let us know, guys. They kind of look like siblings, or they look like they could be related.
Were you surprised by these photos?
I was surprised, honestly. Like, I don't know. I was expecting to see like younger people, I guess, but people cheat of all ages.
It could be the population that they were dealing with. This was an online casino, and it was 2,000 people in the UK. In the UK, everybody's going to be white, most likely, on this online casino that they're surveying. So that narrows that down. I don't know. Maybe they have a lot of bald guys that gamble. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Troy, did you get a look at these, or were you surprised by the images?
Yeah, I was. I think the one thing about these AI images is like the way they make them. Like, it's like people who look like that, don't really exist. I feel like that's one thing that always like freaks me out.
You thought so? I thought they looked legit.
No, well, they do, but I'm saying like those are not real people.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like every time I see them, I'm like, wow, that looks like someone, you can just see walking down the street. And then it's like, no, that's just a combination of what these people look like. And it just always fascinates me. But
that's how like our dreams are too, right? Like, it's made up people. Mm-hmm. It is cool. Like I would never think to use it for this type of study though.
No,
Like-
for real.
So
Interesting.
random. And why would an online casino be interested in that?
I don't know. It's weird. It's got money to spend, I guess.
So.
I don't know. But speaking of bald men, we do have the list of the sexiest bald men, man. And did you make the cut, bro?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Next year. I was surprised though. I was surprised because someone from my hometown, Danny DeVito, from Neptune, New Jersey. I think he's from Neptune or Asbury. But he cracked the top 10.
I don't know how.
Yeah, he's from Neptune Township, according to Google. I think he went to Neptune High School, but yeah, he cracked the top 10 of the sexiest bald men. He's 79 years old, man. He got the 6th spot, but did you take a look at the list, man?
Yeah, I see the list. it's I mean, The Rock is on the list, which makes sense.
Yeah, man. Shaq's on the list too. We talked about him and Angel Reese a couple weeks ago. But starting at number 10, man, Vin Diesel, bro.
Wow. I'm surprised Vin is that far down the list.
Yeah.
I feel like for there was a time period where he was really popular.
Yeah.
Obviously with Fast and Furious and stuff like that, the Riddick series, which I love, he was on that list for sure.
Yeah. And then we got Stanley Tucci. What's this? Thierry Henry? Do you know that guy?
I don't know who that is.
Samuel
Thierry Henry?
Yeah, is that what it is?
he's a soccer player from like Chelsea. He used to play for, I think.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. I didn't know how to say his name.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude.
Okay. Then you got Sam Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson at number 7.
The one and only legend. I can't believe he's that far up the list, but okay.
Bro, Danny DeVito's number 6 after Sam Jackson.
This shit is all trolling.
I think it's messed up that Danny DeVito's on here and not you, man. We got to get more subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe to No Chill Live. Like this video, share it out so we can get our boy Brian on the sexiest bald men list next year.
I'm surprised because they mentioned Johnny Sins in the article. I'm surprised he's not on the list.
Yeah. And then we got Terry Crews, Mr. Me Too.
Mr. Me Too.
Yeah, he is. Then we got Kelly Slater. And then we got the top 3, man, the big 3. We got Shaquille O'Neal, another Jersey great. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at number 2. And number 1, Prince William. Prince Harry, he's on his way too. He's on his way, and maybe LeBron in a couple years. I don't know. You think LeBron's ever gonna really be bald? It seems like he's holding on.
I think he's gonna let go eventually. He's gonna wait until he retires.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, not that I'm really paying attention to what these guys look like, but I don't agree with this list.
Who's missing? You're like, you can't have this list without Tyrese.
Well, yeah, Tyrese should be on this list, but not even that. It's just like the ordering is crazy.
Yeah.
Prince William looks like he's 70 years old and he's like 45.
Yeah.
He looks bad.
Yeah. Like, where's Boris Kojo, bro? Like, what the hell? Mr. Clean?
Kelly Slater?
Steve Harvey's not on the list.
Steve Harvey would not be on this list.
Joe Budden is missing. What the fuck? Like,
Joe Budden is not attractive.
But Danny DeVito is.
Danny DeVito, he's got character. All right.
Joe Budden has character too, man. Did you see the Bernice Burgos episode?
I haven't seen the episode, no. I saw a couple clips, but I did not see the episode. I got to wait until they drop it. I don't pay for Patreon.
I don't know why, man. You're going to miss Dr. Umar. He's going to be back on there, man. And I really love...
he's going back again?
Yes, sir, man. You got to get the Patreon. It's worth it, man.
They just dropped the
support
the first part.
Oh, shit. Support black businesses.
They just dropped the first part. It was great.
Of what?
Dr. Umar.
From last,
from mad long ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta catch up, man. It's
$10. Not that invested. I'm not paying $10.
Yeah, you don't support black businesses. That's fucked up, bro.
Listen, I already support Netflix and HBO.
Those aren't black businesses, sir.
I know, but the whites got my money first.
Wow, look at you, man. That's fucked up. But no, I would suggest watching the Bernice interview, the episode with her on
Is
mute.
it really? I was gonna say, yeah.
Watch it on mute because she has nothing worthwhile to say.
I'm not surprised.
She said she wants to talk at schools. And
The clips that I saw, she said that she made $30,000 a night as a bartender.
Yeah.
Like, why are you lying?
I don't know if she can really count that well. I'm not sure, but hey, she looks great. She's 44 years old, man. She looks amazing.
Doug, $30,000 a night?
Yeah.
You know how much money that is in a year?
Yeah, a lot.
Times 5 nights.
No, she worked once a week. She only worked one night a week.
And she got 30 grand that one night?
Yeah. Nat says, how come Brian wasn't on that list? We're not popular enough. We need more subscribers. Get the word out. Follow, subscribe,
Thanks,
No
baby.
Chill Live. Next year, for sure.
She's saying she worked one night a week. That's $1.5 million a year she made.
Yeah.
Working one night a week. Come on.
Uh,
We know where that money came from, Bernice. You don't have to lie. Just say, listen, I made like $3 grand a night. I feel like $3 grand is even a lot. But I could believe that.
I don't know, man. I wasn't in those strip clubs at the time. I can't speak to it. I know a lot of money does get thrown
But
around.
you
We've
think-
seen it.
Yeah, but for a bartender?
Bartenders were the ones bringing a lot of people in, and they still are. They're called star tenders, you know. Like, she got a following off that shit, you know. And hell, like, we'll see. But shout out to Bernice, still looks great.
What did they even talk about?
Hottest grandma on the planet.
Yeah, that is.
Fucking spend your $10 and go find out.
Trust me, I won't be spending that shit for Bernice.
That's-
Not unless she back at the strip club bartending.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to Mark Lamont Hill. I really
he's been
enjoy
killing.
him on the
He's
show,
been
man. That was a
killing.
great addition.
He's my new favorite person on the show.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad Joe, like, he can sense when things are getting to
Dull?
that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's like, all right, we need something different. Because the other guys, like, they not giving it up. Pause. Like, Ice is melted. Ish is shit. Like, Flip, I've never been that much of a fan of. Mel has been stomped on so much that she can't even stand on her own 2 feet. Like, it's just, E is okay. Like, I'm glad Mark is there.
I'm glad Mark is there too, man. Especially just someone, you know, who can give proper context of real conversations.
Yeah.
And also keep it real and light. He fits in really, really well. Definitely better than J1.
Yeah.
I don't need J1 on the show ever again,
No.
personally. I like Imani, like, on the Patreon episodes, on the main pod. I could, you know, sometimes he's okay. You know, I love Ish. You know, Ice redeemed himself with me this year. Last year, I was
Really?
not feeling him. Yeah, with the Kendrick Drake beef, he had a lot of good commentary.
He did have good commentary
through
on
that. And also, I feel like he's in a better place. He's not, like, angry trying to prove something. He's just more chill this year. Last year, he was like, I don't know, he dyed his beard and he just started acting brand new. But shout out to Mark Lamont Hill and the JVP. You got the best part of the Bernice interview was just looking at Parks, because that man wore a leather jacket
he looked
and
fresh
sunglasses.
to death. He wore them sunglasses so he could stare at her titties the whole time. He ain't
Bro,
slick.
I never
Like-
see him look like that in my life, man. He looked like fucking Fonzie.
I saw somebody tweet and they put a side by side of Parks looking like that and then Jeff Goldblum, and they were like,
Oh shit.
when you try to become your enemies.
Oh, that's hilarious. For real. He really did. He turned his swag on for that interview.
I'm not mad at him. He looked fresh.
Yeah.
He looked fresh.
But yeah, she doesn't have a lot of depth to her. But hey, she looks great. She said it like 10 times. She just kept saying, "Look at me," and it's like, oh, we see.
What? I mean, listen.
It's true.
you got
It's
it,
true.
You got to flaunt it.
Yeah.
I did see the clip where she kind of shitted on Mel a little bit, though. I was like, ooh.
What do you mean?
There was some part where she was talking about, oh, you know, I had to put on for the dark-skinned girls. Like, you know, the light-skinned girls like you, they used to be in, you know, 20 years ago. But today, like, oh, us dark-skinned queens, we really doing it now. And I'm glad to have been part of that movement, blah, blah, blah. And then she was talking over Mel and stuff.
No, you have to see the whole thing. It didn't come off that way, like in the full thing, because she gave Mel a lot of props.
Okay.
She was just talking about, it doesn't even matter. Who cares what she's talking about? I never heard her talk before that, and I never want to hear her talk again. But she looks great, as she said. I know, like, I'm excited for more JBP content. Dr. Umar again coming back. Oh man, that's gonna be dope. Yeah, you're mad late to that shit, bro.
But that first one, there were some gems in there.
Yeah, you like 6 months late, maybe even more. That was a long time ago.
It probably was more, but they held that for a long time.
Of course.
That one was good.
But yeah, we'll be back next week, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, thoughts and prayers to everyone who's been, feeling really down and depressed since the election. You know, I get it. Just know that there's a lot of good people still out here, and there's a lot to look forward to and be happy about. We got the holidays coming around the corner.
Yeah.
So everyone try to be positive, and loving to each other. We're still all human, and we're still all, trying our best in life. So just want to be positive. Hopefully, you laughed a little bit with us today, and hopefully, you join us again next week, man. You got anything else before we close out?
You were the most positive. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, anywhere that you catch your live content. We can't wait to provide it for you. Thanks for rocking with us. And we'll see y'all soon.
Next week. Until next time, peace.